thank you guys for coming up today from LA and
Still.
cut.
You gotta leave that at the beginning.
Alright, take two.
Take two. Yes, thank you guys for being here. Welcome to our house. Welcome to Santa Cruz. You guys have played here a couple times, I believe, right? I believe I was there for 2 of them. Actually, my first show I've ever seen in Santa Cruz was at Church House. I was telling Pablo about this.
We were just talking about that on the phone.
That was a good one.
Scout was there.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Church House.
Rest in peace.
That was a
Church
good
House.
venue. I wish we played more there.
Shout out for the youth.
Yes.
Shout out Izzy.
Yes.
Boy.
It was a massive house.
That was a massive house. It was a perfect venue. And then where else have you guys played here?
We played at the Atrium in the Catalyst a couple times.
Twice, 3 times, something like that.
Sub
Rosa.
Rosas. Santa Cruz Scene Fest.
Santa Cruz Scene Fest.
Yeah.
We were there, yeah.
Cheers.
We were powered by Marquis.
You were
during
proud of
that,
that
during that
You
show.
said you shouted out the RC Drive shirt I was wearing.
Yeah.
Real one.
Yeah.
RC Drive.
Yeah. Feels like we
Shout out
played here
RC
more.
Drive.
But yeah, we've done a lot.
Bro,
We love coming up here.
Oh yeah.
We were super excited to get the
Super
invite.
stoked.
Dope. This is, as far as Santa Cruz house shows go, this house has seen it for sure. We've had some really, really cool bands that came out of, like, just started getting their start in this house, and then people who have already made it out and still want to have a really good house show, such as you guys. Yeah.
We're
doing it
excited to
again.
be a
We're
part of the
super
club.
So was this
Yeah.
house going before you moved in, or did you start it, like with your current group?
Oh, this was the last show that we had. There was some guy. He was like 30. And he was like, "I lived here 15 years ago. It's exactly the same."
That's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
"All right,
Definitely a lot.
it's nice to meet you, but it's 2:00 now." It's 2 in the morning.
Grateful to be one of the bands that has come through this place.
Awesome.
What
Awesome.
kind of
legacy
Yeah.
are you hoping to leave here?
A good one.
Yeah, a good, a good awesome show in Spooktober maybe. A
Ooh.
little spooky.
Oh yeah, a little spooky.
Talking about legacy, you guys have already left like quite the legacy. Not just in this like whole slow Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz, Bay Area, house show scene, but just slow in particular. What do you guys give us an ode to slow? What do you have to say about slow and that scene right there?
I think one of the best things about the scene in Slow was just how like inclusive and friendly everyone was when we were first getting started. When we were offered our first show, we didn't even have a name yet.
And when was that?
That was
2019.
like 2019.
Wow.
And yeah, just from the beginning, everyone's always been like super supportive. It's always been just about like putting on a good show for everyone who's coming, having
Yes.
a good time, making sure that people are safe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that it's really easy. It's really easy in general to let like the like desire to do well and to like there will be like competing. There's always going to be competing shows and stuff like that. But it's really easy to let the desire to kind of like be the big one.
Yeah.
Kind of like let that like take over.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as like a scene is concerned, I think that Slow has done a really good job of kind of keeping it, trying to really like keep the field like level, but really trying to like uplift those who are just coming into the scene.
Nice.
Right, like having communication with like all corners of the scene is pretty important, just so that you can like not step on someone's toes and like maybe combine the show or something if you had like plans, and just kind of like make the best out of what you have.
Work together, right?
Right.
Like you said, communicate.
Yeah, because in college towns, it's either you go to the bars or you like get out your homies or you go to a show. There's like only a few options, and like we are super stoked that we were part of that for a lot of people's like life and like college experience.
Being one of them, my first house show in Santa Cruz. It was we already talked about it. But
I think all of us went to one show at one point. We're like, I want to do that. So I'm happy that we were able to just be in the right place at the right time together, and now we're, graduated and hanging out, kicking it in LA, and Liam's with us too.
Introduce our new drummer. I'm sure all of your very loyal Hutch Dogs fans would love to know more about Liam, the new drummer here.
Introduce
me.
No, introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Liam. I'm the new drummer.
Hi, Liam.
Yeah, and I'm super stoked. This is gonna be my 3rd show. Third show.
Couch Dog or
third show with Couch Dog.
Cool.
Yeah, we just played LA a couple days ago, Non Plus Ultra. And then our first show was in Slow. So that was awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
So I also played in a few bands in Slow as well. That's how I got to know these guys.
Shout out Crooks.
Shout out Make Out Read.
Shout out Make Out Read. Shout out Distant Twins. Those were all bands I've been in.
He's been in our peripheral for quite some time.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I was a Couch Dog fan before I was.
Lovely.
And we were Liam fans.
What was that?
We were Liam fans.
We were Liam fans.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Grateful.
That's awesome.
Grateful for the guy.
Yeah.
So sick. How would you guys like categorize your music? Like what genre? I was listening to it. I was having a hard time. Like,
Man, I feel like it started as like we wanted to make surf rock. Like that's what we were telling everyone for like years, for like 2 or 3 years. And then we just kind of started like tinkering with whatever we thought would sound good and what we liked. And it was just kind of like on the alternative indie niche of stuff. Yeah.
Alternative indie, like garage rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where do you see your sound going?
Many places.
Many places. Any hints?
I mean,
Any things that you just want to try out?
yeah, I mean, we have a new project that is pretty much almost finished, and a lot of the sounds that we personally really like in our lives and what we listen to and stuff, we've tried like to dabble into that sound, have like different sounding songs into like a larger project and just experiment together in the studio. Yeah. It was a really good year.
I feel like our last album was. I'm super proud of it, but it was definitely pretty bare bones, and as far as like kind of the instrumentation and like the arrangements that we played with. And I feel like with this new project, we've had a lot of time to really experiment and kind of like reach out further into like other genres and other sounds, and to really like kind of find more of like. Less of like a surf rock sound and more of a Couch Dog sound.
Nice.
Right.
Adding your own sound.
If you guys listen to like the song Wozniak that we dropped earlier this year, also we invited someone that plays trumpet, shout out Cameron, to play the trumpet on it, and that's something we had a lot of fun doing on this one, because we would like write pieces and have like a lot of ideas, but being like, oh, you know, this instrument that we know nothing about would sound great, so we would just reach out in the scene to see if we knew someone or anyone knew of anyone that played the instrument, and we just got him into the studio.
A lot more collaborative.
A lot more collaborative.
Is this power of social media or power of word of mouth?
Both. Both, because we found Cameron through socials, but we also found like a violinist that literally transcribed an entire thing for us. Cool. We found him through Griffin, who's our like person that helped us produce the album and like engineer it. So he co-produced it with us, and yeah, he's connected everywhere.
Very cool.
Super fun.
Very cool.
do you feel like that like cooperative vibe you were talking about in Slow has like helped like collaborate in the future and make this like new kind of music?
I think definitely a lot of the people we like brought on for our new project are from other local bands or just through those connections. Like there's another band from Slow called Honey Boys, and we needed someone to play some ripping keys on one of our songs. And we know that there was a keys player from that band that was like amazing, so we reached out to him. So yeah, it was good to have all those connections because it made it easy to find.
It sounds
people
like everyone's just so down to help each other out now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we had our first taste of like collaborating with like another group when we worked on Just Friends with Amanda from Kiwi Cannibal. She was like, hey, you guys want a verse and like a guitar lead on this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And we just did that, and it was super easy and rolled out, and it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. If you don't mind me, I want to bring up a memory. This was when did you guys graduate? Was it this past year?
I graduated in 2023.
2023.
I was 2022.
I didn't graduate.
Good for you. But Shebang Slow this past year, I think it's the third day, pouring rain. You guys were under tarps or whatever. I was so stoked. I got my little like camera pass. My girlfriend gave me this little cereal box film camera, and I was got to be up there with you guys. But walk me through that day. So what I remember.
That was
you know what? I'm gonna shut up. You got what? Tell me about that day. How was that experience?
I woke up. Sorry, I'm starting. Like I woke up early in the morning from a call from Michael Martin. He was like, "Dog, I need an amp. I have Peach Pit here playing an unplugged thing, and I don't have a way to give them. And like, I don't have an amp. Do you have an amp? I need to borrow it right now."
Martin.
And Max and Tasha and I like woke up, went to the grounds, gave it to Michael, and just like saw everything was set up, and it looked awesome. So that's kind of how the day started. So already pretty hectic.
Yeah.
And it was starting to get cloudy. So I'll let someone else take over.
There was whispers.
Yes.
It was looking bad.
It was looking bad.
It was terrifying.
Like, is this gonna be
playable?
Are we fucked? Like,
are we fucked? Like, are we
cooked?
people
are fans gonna come out for a show because it's raining?
Dude, I know.
I was definitely worried about that, but even more than anything, I was like, dog, if the wind gets any stronger,
like that tarp is
like
going.
Easy up or not, like our amps aren't gonna be able to take it. We had plastic bags over everything.
Yeah, I had like a hand heater because like for like the soloing and stuff, like I need my fingers warm, so I had like hand warmers and shit, and I was like,
Did you get one of those like ski gloves with the heating?
No, actually, I didn't have one of those, so I had this fucking thing that you like open
like the emergency.
It goes. This one was specific for your back. It was like for like lower back pain, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna use that, I guess." And I like cracked it and put it in my pocket.
Sick.
That's crazy.
Sick. You were wearing the boots that day, were you not?
Yeah.
The boots.
The big red boots.
That was legendary.
It was really fun. I wanted those boots for forever. I loved Astro Boy as a kid, and so
yes.
I saw those and I was like,
need those
eventually.
On the edit, we'll pull up a picture of them. There's this one photo that you guys have on your Instagram. It might have been on the shebang one, but it's you in those boots. You're screaming into it's pouring rain, and you were like leading this circle of people just running around in the mud, and Mario and Michael Martin.
Yeah.
Punching drunk.
We have like our favorite picture of those two swinging at one another.
That whole performance was one of my favorite of all time, just because I feel like even in a lot of cases where like the crowd is like super energetic, there's always kind of a level of like, well, like, you know, like I don't really want to like get like fucked up, like so people kind of, I feel like people like to a certain degree hold back, and I feel like when you're that wet and there's that much mud, it kind of just all goes out.
Weeded out the weed for sure.
There's some really cool pictures of not just the boxing match, but also like just crowd surfing. Like there's like wizards with hats and shit. Just everyone's fucking
kazoos.
Wet.
Kazoos out.
We threw the kazoos out and we forgot to tell people how to use them. And throughout the entire set, people were like, "How the fuck do I use this shit?" And people like blew into them, and that's when you fuck them up. Like if you blow into a kazoo, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
I feel like half the kazoos got fucking blasted. It was so funny. We should
one of the shitty like plastic ones.
Yeah. We got like 100 like a bulk box.
Started throwing kazoos in the mosh pit. I feel like that sums up Couch Dog pretty good there.
One of the things that I wish that like there was a way to like get it like on camera that like I feel like nothing really like captured was like looking out like at the crowd from the stage. It was so cold and it was so wet, but there was literally like a cloud of steam coming off of everyone because it was so much like
that was pretty cool.
The penguin method of kind of just like everyone gets close together and it gets hot.
Yeah, I mean, and we like debuted a couple new songs during that set too. That was really cool. I don't know, it was electric. It was really loud, and then everything was really wet, and I was really worried about my amp because the band before, like their amp got fried from the rain, like this water got into it. So I was really freaking out the whole time, but it was still really fun.
Yeah, we walked away with no damages, which was like a miracle, but it was so fun.
Shout out Shebang.
Yeah.
That was my first time there, and that was super cool.
Yeah. Nice.
There's a lot of cool things coming out of
Hopefully, man, need to come, dude.
Yeah. What's it called? You guys were repping was that the first time you guys tried Marquis on that stage? Because
it was when I did the MCing.
I know for you, but I believe they hadn't tried it yet.
Oh no, I let him try it that day. I was like, "Hey guys, here you go." I let him.
That was my first time trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember you drank like 4 lemon lavenders on stage.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
As far as performing goes, how's Marquis as far as you getting you right for a show per se?
I think just like the cafe, just like it gives me like that quick burst of energy that you kind of need.
Nice.
It's like a little juice or a little taster before the adrenaline really hits. So
nice.
I feel like I don't know, like me and Josh had this connection where we just look at each other before a show, like maybe 2 or 3 hours before the show, and be like, little store, and we go get whatever caffeine thing we wanted, and like I love my it's like a ritual. It's a ritual to have some caffeine before a show, and like I don't know, I feel like caffeine makes me more anxious, but in that anxiety I like hit it way harder and perform way better, and I have way more fun. Way more fun. I like that feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
It's like, yeah.
For sure. And then I think, how about you, Sterling? Anything more?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what are you excited for tonight?
We're so excited.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I feel like the show's gonna be really cool. It's been a while since we've played a house show, so we're super stoked to get back to that because that's kind of like where we got our start. So.
The roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The roots.
No, we owe so much to like Jeffrey House. Shout out Jeffrey House and just every other house that dare take us. Was very very grateful.
Very
grateful.
Sweet.
Dope. Before we end, do you care to show off your wonderful graphic and the merch that you guys are coming out with to the
New
camera?
merch. Punch Drunk. That's one of our songs. That's what we have people box to. So we wanted to do like a boxing moment.
That'd be sweet if we get Mario. There's
Dude, we forgot the gloves tonight. We were
it's
running.
also kind of like a liability, so we're like a little.
Yeah.
We have flyers now.
Low key, bro.
We made waivers. Sent them to like a lawyer friend. Like, is this good?
Is that a thing that you guys like kind of coined, or was it like?
So it was Battle of the Bands 2023, right?
2022.
23.
23.
It was 23. We played Battle of the Bands 23, and we just wanted to like have a lot of fun with it. Max made these like Christmas presents for us, which were these like big crochet heads, and we wore jorts, and we were like, what else can we do to make this like silly and fun? And
we had recently released Punch Drunk, and the whole rollout was boxing themed.
Yeah.
And we knew that we had like friends who were gonna be in the crowd, and since we only had like a short amount of time to make a big impression, we thought that it would be fun during the interlude to like do like a little skit, and so we had like our homies show up. They wore like luchador masks and stuff. And then we kind of just kept doing it, and it's super fun.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was really
fun. You guys
fun.
playing that tonight?
We freaking forgot our gloves, but we're playing the song.
Playing the song.
Oh, you're playing the song.
Yeah, we're playing the song for sure.
Okay, sweet.
Good.
Nice.
Stay tuned.
We love Marquis. It tastes so freaking good. I love
organic, dude. That's some organic.
Organic.
Right there.
Because I have a hard time finding like sugar-free choices. Like genuinely, like I hate every other sugar-free one. Like my girlfriend tried to get me into like sugar-free Red Bull, and I don't like it. So this is a good option.
Cheers. Well.
Cheers.
Frick yes, guys. Successful show.
Oh, you get cheers too.
You get a fist bump, Sterling.
Oh hell yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the interview, guys. Really appreciate it. Anything else?
I think that's it. That was super nice getting to know you guys.
Let's set up the stage, man.
Yeah, let's do it.